welcome to Memorial Day Omnibros. I'm Omnidog, one of the co-hosts. On hauls, previews, and reads, and technical difficulties and things like that I had nothing to do with. But I'm bad juju for these guys.
There you go.
By Comics Guide.
Hello.
Gablo's 90s Comics.
Yo, what up? It's also the gift card giveaway, right?
Oh, yeah.
It
Wow.
is.
Good remembering.
It is.
And petitioning for an Inhumans Omnibus.
Yeah, baby. What's up, everybody? Happy to be here.
Check it out, T-shirt man. You can have a screenshot of this for $25.
I really think I scared that guy away when
I've
he
seen it in a while.
was asking. I'm like, dude, I ain't gonna do that because it's kind of creepy. And then he backed away and never came back. I don't know. I don't know what he was up to with so many pictures of us showing off shirts.
Is it weird that I miss him?
Not at all. We have some deranged fans that we love. It's all right.
I don't miss the guy that wanted to dunk me in nacho cheese.
That was Omar.
Uh,
That was his burner account.
Well, welcome. What up? How's everybody doing?
Dude, it's been crazy lately with all these new like Hasbro Omnis coming out or being announced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The ROM and Micronauts.
The Omnibus.
Where's my fucking Transformers and GI Joe?
I was just gonna say.
Wait,
That's
have they,
what people are starting to bitch about already.
have
They
they,
got ROM and Micronauts, and they're like, "Yo, where's my Transformers and GI Joe?"
Yeah, nobody cares about ROM and Micronauts, and that's just 75 years old. Give me legitimate, actual, still relevant stuff like GI Joe and Transformers.
did they officially announce the Micronauts book?
Yeah.
I missed that.
yeah, last week.
Oh, really? Okay, so that was Omar's second announcement. The Micronauts, was that it?
That was
Yeah.
that was the second one, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's the Micronauts, everybody's favorite IP.
Everybody's favorite toys that nobody knew about or cares about.
Did like a little balloon come out from the bottom saying Micronauts? And
I think it just kind of was it was like one of those balloons that's been around for like a week and it kind of doesn't quite float up anymore.
Did you guys? ROM is cool. The GI Joe is my jam.
There you are. That's what I'm talking about.
Did you guys grow up on Micronauts, GI Joe, and ROM? And what's the other one?
Absolutely not.
No, G.I. Joe, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Transformers and GI Joe, absolutely. ROM and Micronauts, I never really heard of until I started getting into the comics. Like
Okay.
comics.
But for some people, I guess ROM and Micronauts were like their first comic. The way
Yeah.
Lois Lane was like my first comic.
Yeah.
I will,
saying
say,
I'm not getting an omnibus of Lois Lane.
I will say last week we got a little bit FOMO, Gabe and I, into getting it, or at least reading the ROM series. I'm not going to check out Micronauts, sorry. But ROM, I am going to give it a shot when the omnibus comes out.
How'd that happen?
Larry was on, and he was super excited about it, and I just got caught up in the ROM fever, I guess. Plus, he's a robot in space. Whatever. I'll check it out.
What it was is I was talking about it and it just kind of was like, you know what, this sounds very familiar to when they had Conan and Shang-Chi and they did like one printing of those omnibuses and then they dipped out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, that might just happen with ROM.
Oh,
Oh, I think I
Maybe.
should get the ROM omnibus when it comes out just in case.
Yeah.
That's true FOMO right there.
I super baited myself on that.
I just did, as a matter of fact, my collected editions for June is battling for viewership right now. I accidentally timed it for 8:00 tonight to be released. And Titan this month is putting out book 1 of Conan and Savage Sword of Conan.
Nice.
Hmm.
You think sorry, Jess, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's okay. Jess just dropped his essential pickups for the month of June. I'll check that out after the show. Oh, that's the way to do it, Lionheart. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Lionheart.
Play it here
Appreciate
live on the show. We'll just screen share it right now.
I can do that.
Do you guys think that
Have it
ROM,
right here still.
It's a watch party.
do you guys think the ROM book will actually sell out?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
That's the thing that started the FOMO talk earlier. Is because I think, just like with Conan and just like with any of these other types of series like this that have never been collected before, once it comes out, there's going to be people coming out of the woodwork. Like people who probably are falling off of comics.
Yeah.
And they hear ROM, like, oh my God. And then they're going to come and get it. And I don't think those people get counted into when like stores make pre-orders and things like that. Like, I think it's going to be one of those things that there's going to be a lot more people grabbing it than people suspect, I think. And that's what started the FOMO talking. I was like, damn it, I'm going to need to get it because I think it's going to be like people like, Larry, Jess, people like that kind of like Bronze Age kind of folks.
I don't even know what ROM is. It a TV show?
It was a toy line of the world's stupidest looking toy. But, and I've said this plenty of times before, I've never read it. I've sold copies of it. I bought plenty of collections of it and stuff like that. But whenever anybody brings up ROM, all they ever say is they loved it. It was amazing. It was their favorite book. That kind of thing. So that's why I think those folks that are, a little bit older than I am, who were into that stuff at the time, are just going to swoop in and pick that stuff up.
So wait, it wasn't a cartoon. It was a toy line, and
it was one toy I think that they put out. It was just ROM. It was supposed to be a whole thing. But it was just one dumb toy, and that was it. And Marvel picked up the license because they were doing all kinds of IP stuff because they had such an amazing success with Star Wars that they started just picking up IP after IP.
Was this
same thing with like Conan? And then it was just they did everything. Like they created the universe, they created all the characters, they created all of this for it, but they didn't own any of it, so it went away.
Whoa!
Look at that dumbass toy.
That looks horrible.
Like, that was like a mid-70s toy. Like
he's got flippers for feet. Okay, wait a sec. So this was not a cartoon at all. It was just a line of toys. Is that the same for Micronauts?
Yes, Micronauts was not a cartoon either. It was a toy line.
So I did not know that comic book based on toys is a new concept to me.
Yeah,
I thought everything was always based on cartoons or animated shows.
I think maybe the idea was to get it popular enough to kind of make it a cartoon. I'm guessing that's typically how things go, but that never happened. And look, you got a Frank Miller cover for issue number 1.
And was it the same with Transformers and G.I. Joe?
Transformers and G.I. Joe. I don't know the whole story about G.I. Joe so much, but with Transformers, it was a toy line in Japan called Diaclones. And somehow Marvel got involved, and Jim Shooter gave it to is it Jim Budiaski? I know the guy, Bob Budiaski. And he's the one that came up with like all the characters' names, all the characters' like personalities and traits, and all the storylines and things like that. But that was a cartoon, or that was a toy series that was about to become a cartoon. So Marvel picked it up and made it a comic book. So it would kind of coincide with the cartoon.
I forget what we're talking about.
Transformers.
Okay.
And like, is there other toys based or other comic books based off the toys and cartoon series?
Okay, so that was like in the early or mid 80s, right?
Transformers was, yes. That was like 84-ish.
And so, because I remember listening to, such a great group. They referenced Transformers, and that's the first time I'd ever heard them. Faith No More. That song, We Care a Lot, which is awesome. That's where the first time I heard about Transformers, that was like 1980. Yeah, like 1984.
Where do GoBots fit in all this?
That's for poor people.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you had GoBots, then you made your cup of noodles on a hot plate.
Yeah, I remember the kids that brought GoBots to schools, and all the other kids were playing with Transformers. It was pretty embarrassing.
Actually, I had a lot of GoBots as a kid and a lot of Transformers. I like the Transformers more, but there were some cool GoBots. I remember the cartoon, like watching it.
G.I. Joe was a name used by previous toy lines, but rebooted by Hasbro in '82 to the Real American Hero line, and Larry Hama basically created the whole backstory. Yep.
This is all brand new to me.
Micronauts were action figures, many of which were made from die-cast metal, and the spaceships were modular and could interlock in various ways and launch projectiles. Yeah.
Sorry. Like a lot of characters from Micronauts, like Marvel created. I know, at least I know of one for sure, which was Bug, who was a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy for a little bit and stuff like that.
I think I was already in my 20s when all this happened.
Yes.
I grew up way too poor to have ROM. I had one of those. I had CD-ROMs, if that makes any sense. I had one of those rubber
I
ball.
downloaded a lot of video game ROMs.
Yeah. Didn't Braun become a G.I. Joe? Really?
Yeah.
I never read ROM. I know the history of it a little bit, and that's about it. But I don't know if it ever became like a G.I. Joe.
Okay.
I'm kind of wondering if they were looking through like their catalog and they're like, well, what can we make an omnibus out of next? They
I like Jewish dragons out here. That's perfect.
10
years too young for Jess and 10 years too old for.
It
might even be like 15 years too old for Geo and Lou.
Way too
not
old.
More.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a fan.
I
didn't know about
I
it.
don't know, when did ROM come out? 78? 70?
I love that Rom has hijacked this show.
Omnibros Live, everybody.
Marvel
here on the Omnibus Collectors Network.
Yeah, I love how we're the Omnibros, and I'm the only one out of the 5 of us that still collects Omnis. Except you guys,
I do on a rare occasion.
Yeah, you guys got FOMO'd into the Omnibus.
Yeah.
I really want like a Epic collection line of it, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know how long their license is for. 79, okay. So I might have to grab the Omni just to be able to have it.
Do you know of a website where you can grab said omnibus?
Oh, I believe that's our fabulous sponsor, InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions from 30% off to even 80% off, depending on the sale. I got a Marvel Masterwork for 80% off one time. So you need to pay attention to those sales because sometimes they're really awesome. But there's always discounted books. Remember your 2% loyalty discount because that's important. $50 gift card is being given away tonight to a viewer lucky like you. And we do it the real way with geo-controlling it, not me picking my favorite people out of a hat and giving it to them. Geo does the randomizer, so it's all legit. $50 or more in an order gives you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful.
Thank you, buddy. I only have one hand because I would play the mouth harp, but I'm doing my pain thing here. So for my pain pump. So I'm sorry. I can't do my mouth harp with one hand.
It's all right. I got a virtual one. Hold on.
You mean like a mouth harp soundboard?
Yeah, I need the actual sound to this. So I'm going to record some sounds and add it to this and play it as a video instead.
Oh my God, please do. Make it like the Twilight Zone music.
And I want to get like the most professional sounding, like a full song out of that. And maybe I can switch it out week after week and it'd be a different song every show. Okay. It's a lot of hassle for just a meme bit of like 5 minutes, but I think it's worth it.
Please make it viral. That sounds awesome. Some guy in a hat playing the mouth harp.
Hell yeah.
And then you can put a sign in front of me. Mouth harps are great. Change my mind.
Can I make a recommendation for the first one to be Ride the Lightning by Metallica?
Hell yeah. Let's do
that. I still have the original album of that. I did not sell my Metallica albums on Metal Blade Records.
Jesus.
That's right. As the leading Hispanic authority on the internet regarding comics, I am always challenged by the famous Rodimus Prime Rib from Puerto Rico. where I'm going to get Chinese food with Geo when I go there. And
Nice.
sorry,
I said nice. Yes,
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
where it is, we're driving there and getting that Chinese food that Lou super baited me on. He is asking me to say,
This is pretty advanced. Pretty weird that Rodimus would go this route, but give it a shot. It's super advanced. Let's see what happens.
Spanish class 102 right here for you, Jess.
Los gran omni hermanos con el gran omniperro llega la gran Popeye, así que búscame donde salga el sol, donde se acaba el mar. Ese es el punto Wii.
Do you have any idea what that is?
He's saying the fabulous Omnibros and the grand Omni Dog.
Up to you're good there. The rest it's like bonkers. It's based on a bit in Latin America, comedy bit. Puerto Ricans love it, so it's a little bit too obscure. I'm not even going to explain it, but
Does it involve the Nintendo Wii?
no, not at all. It's a thing from the 90s.
Well, you got to tell us what it is. Oh, Soul is Sun, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a comedy bit from a comedian, so it's super obscure for anybody else watching. So that was random, Rodimus. Okay.
You know what I've had playing in my head all day, Gio?
Was it,
Matador.
Hell yeah, that's such a great song.
I thought you were going to say Bad Bunny or something.
No. Jess listens to good stuff. Come on, man.
Yeah, by Los Fabulosos Cadillac.
Hell yeah.
And that is thank you, Conroy Jet.
Went local in the Puerto Rican culture.
Wait, what was I saying? That is apparently is it fair to say Hispanic ska or just current ska? What kind of ska do you consider it?
Well, the song's pretty old now. It came out back in, was it 2002 or 2003, something like that. And I just say Latin ska, and that's it. I don't
ska. Okay.
I haven't given it too much thought, unfortunately.
I dug the beat, man. And
yeah, they have a lot of crazy songs and really good ones too. So
yeah, and the chicks dancing around, that was a good video.
Yep.
Yeah, and like the savior on the cross was bleeding, and everybody else the dead guy was talking, and it was a crazy video. But I dug the beat. I want to listen to more of Los Fabulosos Cadillac.
Yes.
Other stuff you sent me.
Yes, definitely. Please do. I'm looking forward to your feedback.
Well, I love the first one. It's been bonking around in my head. Matador.
There was I can't remember the name. Famous boxer used to. That was his walk-on song or walk-in song, whatever it's called. Entrance song.
It reminded me of what Edwin Diaz, the relief pitcher for the Mets, runs to the mound at by Timmy Trumpet. And wait, what's that song called? It's a famous like rap song or something, but the Australian trumpeter Timmy Trumpet plays this awesome trumpet in it. It pumps everybody up, even me. Although I don't get out of my chair when I'm watching Mets games because I'm prepared to be disappointed.
Timmy Trumpet?
Yeah. He Narco. Narco's the song.
Oh.
And Timmy Trumpet plays it, and they got him at Shea Stadium last year to play it live. The crowd went bonk.
Oh, I did not know this. Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. You have to be a Mets fan to care. That's all we got. Hey, Kenny.
Kenny, haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for joining.
I saw him all weekend on my channel.
Oh, fancy.
And thank you to you don't have to put it up, but thank you to Marvel Bab at 829. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Now that you said it, I'm gonna go look for it.
And
Actually, I can't find it. There's a lot of comments here.
on ROM.
I'm trying to get to everybody, so everybody's comments get shown on the show. You know.
And thank you guys for your contributions, Lou and Gio, to the most wonderful day in my life yesterday.
No worries, man.
It was I cried on the video if you want to go see it for 20 minutes, and then I kept crying. And
I saw that part, and it was super wholesome, and it got me like emotional too. I'm like, I'm not even there, and I'm emotional. What the hell?
That's amazing.
The people in the chat were crying. It was very wholesome. Yeah.
I can't find the comment, but thank you, Barkle Bab.
Yeah, it's back at 8:29, so I appreciate it. I just wanted to make sure he knew I appreciated it. Appreciate it.
The coup is throwing the F slurs, and or the F bomb, not F slur. Sorry. The hell. Okay, F ROM. I mean, really, who got that Spidey to 2099 omnibus? Who's pumped for the movie this week?
Let me go get it.
I got my tickets. I got my tickets for Thursday. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm ready for the movie for sure.
Yeah, I got IMAX tickets for Thursday right after work. I'm so excited.
Dude, we're back to having a great like summer of movies coming.
Oh
up.
my god, it's an amazing
killer, bro. Like we just had like what
John
was coming? So
Wick?
we got Fast and the Furious just came out.
Right. We had John Wick before that. That was great. Guardians.
We got
3.
Spider-Man, we've got Flash, we got
Oh.
Transformers.
Yeah, I don't know about that
It's a
one.
good summer.
You don't know about Transformers, Gio? Get out of here. Come on.
No, I don't care about those movies. No.
Come on.
Sorry.
Beast Wars, bro. Come on.
Yes, but I know it's gonna be horrendous, and it's gonna disappoint me because it's not the original.
Carly at 8:36 is right about what she says about whoever uses the gift card, whoever wins it. Can you get 8:36? What time is it there? 10:36?
It's the same time as you, but I am in a haze right now. Hold on.
There it is.
Thank you, Gabe.
He's stuck in his hate of Beast Wars.
I know. Sorry. Yeah.
A gift card for Kelly Thompson, Captain Marvel. It's such a good run. 100% agree.
I'm sure that's what Lou would use the gift card on, right, Lou?
Hey, no. Kelly Thompson is actually a very good writer, so I would definitely check it out.
Yeah, that's solid. That's a solid run.
Kelly Sue DeConnick wishes she could write as good as what is in Kelly Thompson's trash can.
Kelly Thompson
Wow,
is a
nice.
very good writer.
There's Salty Jess.
Wow.
But I'm still picking up Wonder Woman Historia.
I've heard that's not bad.
Kelly Sue DeConnick.
I've heard it's not bad.
I mean, yeah, I've heard it's good. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I see what you mean. There's about 80 billion comments here.
I know. I love Beast Wars, but I have no faith in that movie. Sorry.
I do because I love the Bumblebee.
Bumblebee was good.
That was good, yeah. But I wanted to see a Beast Wars movie, not like Optimus featuring Beast Wars guest characters. That's just me.
Thank you to William Lee and Carly and Crazed Cassowary, I believe, sent me a message, and I appreciated it, Crazed Cassowary. I got about 85 messages from Omar's post in his very fine condition Discord, which I'm not going to because it's a paywall in his Patreon. And if you think I'm paying money for that, but good for you guys because you saw the note. Thank you. Praise Cassowary. I appreciate it.
I mean, technically, we got the next best thing because Omar's on our chat, so, right?
Right. Larry says, Jess, my wife walked into the room during your live stream yesterday and she cried because you were crying. I was this close to ugly sobbing, like snorting up tears with my nose. It was super dangerous.
That's what we call wholesome YouTube moments.
Well, I had to change the name of it because it was supposed to be a toy show. And I didn't want people thinking it was a toy show coming. So I called it Hijacked. by Mrs. Dog. And
whatever the toys are about. Oh, it's just this guy just crying snot. Oh no.
it's about right.
What else is coming out this year? What do you got?
So, hauls. Anybody haul anything?
No,
I did. Oh, go ahead. Who hauled? I don't have to.
Well, Lou said no.
Nothing.
Plenty of reads, but no hauls for them.
No hauls.
I've got about 70 issues of Daredevil that I bought over the last couple of weeks.
That counts.
Which is ridiculous.
I also did something ridiculous. I bought 60 Adam Hughes covers, including the entire run of Ferris.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
I got a really good deal on eBay for 1 through 33.
Are they typically expensive, or what's happening with that?
There seems to be a craze for Adam Hughes now. Individually, those Ferris covers can range from $5 to $25 a piece. Some of the more Good Girl art the Good Girl art covers are the more expensive ones.
Okay.
And then his run on Catwoman and Zatanna.
Oh, those are murder, dude. Those are murder.
They go for crazy money.
Those last two issues of Zatanna, which is like what? Like
15 and 16 or something?
I knew it was like in the lower high teens. They're like $50, $60, $80 books. Easy.
Yeah.
At least.
Right. I had to be careful getting those. I got those last year.
Yeah. And those Catwoman ones I love a lot of those ones. Like the ones where she's like holding like
that's like
a mirror, where she's taking a mirror like off the wall and there's like the safe behind it. It's like this weird thing. Yeah.
The one where she's getting booked for jail and she's holding up her name.
Oh, all I see in that one is boobs, but I know what you mean.
Well, that was for crazy money for a raw copy, like $100. Easy.
Wait, are we talking about this? Hold on. Let me show Zatanna first.
Oh, good. Those are beautiful covers.
This one? The final one?
Oh, so great.
Yeah, is that one in 15, which is like another great one. But yeah, these are like, you're pushing $100 sometimes on these.
15's the one that's higher than this one. That's the one that goes for like
$120. That cover.
Raw.
Oh, I love that cover. That's iconic at this point.
Yeah, that's why. And there's a big. I mean, people are asking and getting what they want for that.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
You can name your price on that book for the most part if you own it.
This one?
Yeah. Is that what's that?
For that? Wow.
Yeah.
That's impossible to find a high grade too, probably because it's all black. Like
exactly,
mine ticks like crazy on that already.
Yeah,
I have to ask why the price increase on this? What's the special thing about it aside from being a cool drawing?
That's a really good question. Probably Gabe can answer it better than I can. It's just that people latch on to really cool covers, and that one's like iconic, and then he's got that one's that was the last one, right? 16. Yeah. Then there's some early Zatanna covers that are harder to get, and see, that's an all red cover, so that's going to be hard to get without spine ticks too.
So apparently 15 is like $100 book and 16 is like $175.
Oh wow.
Wow.
There's that Catwoman that you just showed with her in the police lineup. There's $45. There's 8 Watchers. There's quite a few. Man, $300 for Zatanna. 11, 13, 14, 15, 16 Adam Hughes covers.
Wow. Yeah. I think he did the whole run as Zatanna, and then he did a huge chunk of Catwoman.
I'm going to take over real quick, Gio. Give me 1 second.
Yes, go for it.
And they became really popular. So I've just been grabbing Adam Hughes covers like crazy because I love them so much. But then Gabe and I have discussed that Legion of Superheroes one where she's sitting on the comet.
Oh, the Supergirl one?
Yeah.
forget it. That's like $1,000 book or something like that.
It's
crazy.
Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes, 6 or something, and Gabe's right. Legit, like $600 to $1,000 depending on grade. I guess because it wasn't a popular series and not many people bought it. It didn't come. There weren't many copies printed. I don't know.
I think it was a low print run. Plus, it was a variant, and variants weren't a thing back then, so they kind of just went under the radar. So this is a Zatanna 15 I'm looking at here. The last sell was $75, but the most common, like where it kind of trends at, is like $101 and like $305 for like a 9.8.
Wow, for a 9.8. And nothing happened in those issues.
No, what I suspect, I think my idea behind it is, this is again one of those books. It only ran 16 issues, so it was obviously not a sales hit. So it's a low print run. 16 is the last issue of a low print run book, right? So this is about $143 it goes for. About 143. Wow. It's just a low print run series. The highest known value is a 9.8 for $1,000 for issue 16. But yeah, it's the same thing like what Jess was saying. Is it's an all red cover, which makes it really hard to find in high grade, and it's just there's those Zatanna fans out there, like yourself, Gio, like Jess, like everybody else out there is falling in love with Zatanna. So this is like one of her only like solo series is out there, so people are grabbing it up. And these last few issues are just impossible to find.
Zatanna is a character that I could see a few years down the line. We're going to get maybe a mini TV series or her own movie or something like that. She's so popular at conventions, it has to happen.
It should have happened already, honestly, but yeah.
She was rumored.
It was going to happen, but nothing.
Yeah, in 2019, because I sold my Hawkman #4, her first Silver Age appearance.
Yeah.
You go to any con and you'd see it. So many people dressed up as Zatanna.
And if they do it right, it's awesome.
Yes, it is.
I've seen some awesome Zatannas.
I've seen quite a few men dress up as Zatanna.
Okay, what are you doing saying that? That is crazy.
Okay. More power to them. Right.
Fishnets on?
Fishnets, yes.
I'm not made for this world.
Not shaved, by the way.
Oh, I gotta ask, Jess, did you see the new Knights of Terror Zatanna cover?
The Knights of Terror, is that a Harley Quinn book?
No, that's a new DC line publishing event thing that's happening.
Oh, okay.
Let me find it. I talked about it on the Wednesday show last week.
Oh,
and everybody has all the books are participating, and they all have like macabre, freakish, scary covers or motifs to them. And the one for Z is pretty cool too.
Here's the Adam Hughes Catwoman covers.
Yeah.
Shoot, where's that image?
You're gonna super bait me on this one, I bet.
So good.
Absolutely. Hold on.
Oh.
Keep going, Gabe. I'll show it off in a bit.
No, I'm just looking at the showing all the Adam Hughes Catwoman coverage. You can kind of see what they're going for. 160 for the booking cover.
The one right below. I have that one, and then the one next to it with her broken nose and having a cup of coffee. I love that one. Yeah,
I didn't realize Adam Hughes did all these covers.
And that was a long run that he did.
Yeah. Here's the one I like. I like 74.
I can tell why. I don't blame you.
How long was this series? Ran 74 issues?
A little bit more, like I think 80 plus.
Wow, I never read this. Was it any good?
82. I didn't really read. I read the Darwin Cook stuff with Brubaker. I read some of that stuff.
This was by Will Pfeiffer, I think. I don't even think this has been collected. If it's been collected, the chat can correct me, but I've never seen it collected. It ran a long. Yeah, it
This
ran
would-
for a long
would
time.
deserve- Yeah, it would definitely deserve an omnibus or a collected edition or some deluxe hardcovers.
Yeah. Or
See, here's like kind of a weird thing because this is the last issue of Catwoman. Adam Hughes
That's a
cover, but
great-
it's like $25 or something.
God damn, that is a great cover.
yeah.
Yeah, it's strange how that stuff goes sometimes.
Are you, Gio? Are you gonna bait me on that Zatanna cover?
Yes.
Thank you.
Here it is.
Whoa,
Weird.
wood.
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa.
Even with that weird like face scar smile thing, she's still hot.
I think
Uh,
it's a top hat.
it's people are already selling or like the pre-sale on it on like eBay for at least like $80 already.
No, what?
Yeah. So you want to check out Zatanna, Night Terror Zatanna #2, the Chuma Hill cover, and it's already selling for big bucks on
Is it a
eBay.
ratio variant? Like, what's it at?
I think so. What was it?
I hate that one.
150, I think.
Ugh, it's 100. It's a 150 variant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So 80 is not too bad then for it.
yeah. If it's a 1 in 50,
1 in 50 or 1 in 150.
or it could be 1 in 100.
I think it's 50.
Okay, that's a little bit much, but
Here's some other scary covers for that event.
I know there's a Harley Quinn one.
Yeah, we showed most of them last week, and everybody's participating. All the books.
I like that zombie one in the upper right hand corner with the torn fishnets or stockings or whatever.
Got a big old booty on that one.
Is that another?
That's kind of what I was alluding to without saying it, but yeah,
That's all right. I got you.
yeah, dude, she's got
Has
some
she
junk in
ever-
that trunk, bro.
Has she ever had a super long run? It seems
No.
like it's a short
She's got
stint,
16
right?
issues.
Paul Dini has like 3 thin trade paperbacks of her.
Mm.
Those are out of print, and then
Yeah.
they reprinted everything in one chunky trade, and that's also out of print, I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I picked up the. Let me see. I'll go grab it. Now we're talking Zatanna. Hold
Yeah,
on.
And I was saying that I'll highlight Conroy Jet here. Like, I agree. Like, DC needs to get their act together and bring some of this stuff into print. Like, come on.
Yeah, like Catwoman needs to be collected.
And that should have been on everybody's shelves already.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad they did it with Power Girl, but that's a little too late. And there's a lot more out there.
So they reprinted the whole run in this.
Nice.
Whoop, whoop. There we go.
Oh, that's a really
Chunky
nice looking hardcover or trade paperback.
They're really good stories.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Dini knows what he's doing with her.
Yeah, he just writes her after his wife.
So if you like Zatanna, hopefully you can find this book, and it's not too expensive.
Was
But this should be reprinted.
Paul Dini's run was what, 16 issues?
Yes.
He did 3. I have the 3 books in the other room. There's that. That's a collection of all 3 thin trades. So she had like a couple of miniseries and then that short run.
I will start reading that tonight.
And then she had the Seven Soldier stuff too, right? But
Mm-hmm.
that was like 4 or 5 issues, right? So I love those Brian Boland covers. Hot take, I like Brian Boland better than Adam Hughes.
What? Get him off here. Though you're right.
Brian Boland, hey, that's nothing to scoff at. Brian Boland's an amazing.
Oh, I can't show off the last page. Anyways, yeah. This was retail $40.
That needs to be reprinted.
What was the name of that book with the variant you were talking about, Gio?
Night Terrors.
Number 2.
Number 2, issue number 2.
Look like my teenage years.
Yo, the punchline variants are also super creepy. Hold on.
Oh,
I know we don't like Punchline on this show, but damn.
Who?
Punchline, man, you know. This
No.
chick.
Apparently, she's people are digging her. I guess.
Yeah. That one's pretty creepy right there with their chest out in the open.
all hollowed out.
Yeah. Could have been not safe for work, but it isn't. Now it's just gross.
Oh, it's Night Terrors with a K, of course.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If
It has to be
I'm
edgy.
sorry, I'm just kind of bring it back to that Zatanna cover.
Yeah.
You could probably pre-order it on DCBS when it ships over to next month's pre-orders, because they have all the number ones up right now, and that number two. So that might be the best way to go, depending on the price, of course.
But isn't it too late for DCBS?
No, because they only have number one up right now. Number two
Oh,
comes
really?
up when it cycles over. Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
they might get business again then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These
'cause I
are
was going through
the
them. I was going through them to get all those like 1 in like 500 King Spawn variants or whatever it was that was going on at the time. I did it through them, and I got them for cheaper than most people were offering.
Whoa, nice. These are the Harley Quinn covers.
Creepy.
So yeah, there's a bunch of them. We're not going to go through them again because we showed that off on Wednesday. But I wanted to mention the Zatanna one, or I guess I could show Catwoman since we were talking about her. So hold on. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, here it is. So yeah, that one's like
Whoa.
going places, man. Okay,
Which one?
the first one.
There were some choices made there.
Yeah, I want to know who made that. What was the train of thought with that one?
On the one on the left?
Yeah, with the snakes.
There's some hentai action going on there.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some tentacle monster.
Ugh.
Ode to tentacle monsters.
Oh, she still got that. She still got that weird costume with the armpit like vents
Wait, which one?
for Catwoman. She's got that weird new costume they gave her a while ago with the armpits that are. It's like open air in the armpit area.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
It's on that cover, but it's weird. But whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I get what you're talking about. Yeah.
that's an odd choice.
You know, sometimes you just don't need to mess with the design. I know everybody wants to put their own spin on stuff, but you know,
You can't top Darwin Cook's goggles.
I was just about to fucking say that.
Yeah.
Like when I think of Catwoman, that's the one that pops into my head. Darwin Cook's version.
My favorite Catwoman design. It's not even from a comic book. It's from a show. It's from the Batman show. You guys remember that one?
Which one's that?
Hold on, let me grab it.
6?
No, hold on. Where she has the super long cat ears with the goggles.
You mean Gotham?
No, the Batman animated show from that aired on freaking
On Fox?
CW.
Oh,
On
that-
CW.
Is that Rastafarian Joker? Is that the one?
Yes, that one.
Oh,
What
Oh, okay.
are you talking about?
Hold on. I got you. Let me,
Rastafarian.
what is happening to my?
Rebooted Batman animated series?
It came out in 2003, 2004.
yeah. My brother really liked the show. They've got a Rastafarian Joker. Some of their designs were a little bit out there, but I kind of dug it.
It's very anime inspired.
Yeah.
And if I can share the damn image, there we go. That one.
I don't. What? So, was this after Batman, the first Batman the animated series?
Yes, after all of that concluded, they rebooted. Not really a reboot, but you catch my drift here. They wanted to restart the Batman TV thing, and they made that series, which was more inspired by manga and anime.
Wow. Okay, I didn't even know that.
Show him the Joker.
And the Joker was
this
great with the giant dreadlocks and that
Yeah.
crazy face.
And it was barefoot.
Joker, Matsuda. Hold on, Matsuda verse.
That's right. Jeff Masuda was the designer on that series. Same with Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh, I
Yep.
love Jackie Chan Adventures.
This is that universe's version of the Joker.
Boss.
I like it.
I thought it was great. It was, and he was voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson. He did a great job, in my opinion. Oh, and Harley does show up in this series as well.
Okay. Well,
See, they're all very anime looking.
Yeah.
All the villain designs were really over the top. So
Yep. That man has not brushed once in his life. It's a miracle those teeth are hanging on.
It's disgusting.
Oh, New Spooey is saying. Okay, wait. Super Laughard says that the Catwoman run is in 3 trades, and New Spooey saying it was collected in 6 thick trade paperbacks.
Thank you for the info.
I will be looking for those. I'm sure they're badly out of print. That's really cool. Thank you for the info.
Mm-hmm. We've gone on weird tangents tonight, but let's get back to reads. Anybody read anything?
That was the topic of the show.
I have some hauls.
Oh, you do have a haul.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't have a haul.
No, actually, I have several books that are.
New Spooey. Yes, he bought the Batman
That's
on
a
Blu-ray.
2000
Let's go.
that's a 2016 Jess Grunt.
Eh,
What'd you get? You got a lot of stuff, didn't you?
Wait, my reads are on top of my buys.
Play the intro for the show. We'll get demonetized. I want to, but not for this stream. Maybe on mine. I'll do it for fun.
Play the intro for the show. Oh,
I can't.
I got the Bitterroot Omnibus.
Nice. Good.
Whoa,
pickup.
nice.
Oh, cool. I didn't know they did a whole hardcover for that. Great.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but I hear it has binding problems, and I can kind of see that.
Ah,
You hear this?
Are you bitter about that?
That's page crackling as I open it.
is it glued binding or what? Is this 2016 Jess and 2016 binding?
Pages are all crackling as I open it. So I mean, I will definitely relax it, but I'm worried that like everybody else said, and it came with a ribbon. That's nice.
What about signed book plate?
Son of a bitch. You beat me to the joke. God damn it.
What's that? Did I miss something?
I beat Lou to the joke about the signed book plate, the Peter bag, on the stationery he had inside of his hotel room or something.
Right, 100%. Poison Ivy, the great new series. I've already read like the first 11 issues on the DC app. This is amazing by G. Willow Wilson.
Awesome.
Supposed to be limited at 6-issue run, then it was limited to 12 issues, and now it's all it's now an unlimited run. I mean they let her go wild. So
Good shit.
yeah. She's G. Willow Wilson gets the character.
I have that on my digital library. I need to read it.
You will dig it. Here's what gave you 2016 Jess Grunt. Ugh. This
Let's go.
That's going to turn you into 2023 hernia, Jess.
Yeah. It's so ungodly wieldy. And this is just volume 1.
And this is why I don't get omnibuses much anymore. Like that's not going to be fun to read or travel with or anything, man.
I like it. I like big honking collected things like this, but I understand what you're saying.
What's the issue count on it?
It's a good size book.
Spider-Man 2099 1 through 46, Ravage 15, X-Men 2099 5, Doom 2099 14, Punisher 2099 13, Spider-Man 2099 Annual, Spider-Man 2099 meets Spider-Man 1, and Spider-Man 2099 Special. That's it.
So it's like over 50 issues. So it's like 1,200 pages or something.
1,300 pages.
Ugh.
Almost 1,400.
Still a bit overpriced for
Really
my taste.
heavy.
I think it's a bit overpriced for my taste, but
Speaking of overpriced, how much do you think the ROM omnibus is going to come out? You think this will be 175? I bet you it's going to be 175, $200.
Wow.
I bet you. Licensing costs? Watch 175, 200.
you think? Oh, really? 175? You're throwing that out there?
I'm throwing it there.
Would that make it the most expensive omnibus?
Yeah. I think.
I think I'm just speculating about it. I could see it being like, oh, we're going to raise the price. Licensing fees, how to restore it.
What
You
if
want
at
more
that
money?
price they can put out like a mini replica of the original crappy toy and include it with the purchase of the book?
I'm
Yeah.
calling it out. 175, $200 for that bad boy. Watch. We're
Ooh,
going to bump it up $25 if not more.
I'm saying 150. I think 150.
Oh, at least.
This is very important to point out for anybody wondering. The second Spider-Man 2099 stuff is the modern stuff from a couple years ago, like 2012 or whatever. So you don't technically need it.
I already have those trades, so
There you go.
but I also have the trades for Spidey 2099. Star Wars book, The Rebellion. Rick Nelson and I discussed this at length, that I already owned it.
Oh,
I can absolutely not find it, and this is the most organized I've ever been. I don't think I owned this. James, if you want to go through my hauls from last year and see if I own it,
Can't you look at your IST orders and find it?
through the date of the purchase, yeah.
I could do that. I'll find out when it was released, because that would tend to. This is something that I would have got that week.
Sorry.
What? Me?
No, I just thought of a crazy idea, but it's silly. Don't worry about it.
No, tell me.
I was going to say, James, if you're in the chat, go through Jess's orders on IST and get the number for him, and then we can figure it out.
You know,
Because James knows everything.
if I knew what the date was of this when it was released last year, then I could go right to my IST account and see if I own it. But I honestly, this is, like I say, the most organized I've ever been. And I just have like 3 other Star Wars Omnis. I sold Rise of the Sith or whatever because I didn't want to. It looked awful. I don't think I own this. I just don't think I do.
Hey, Jess, what are the contents of that Star Wars book? Is it post the final film? What is that?
New Hope, New Dangers. The Death Star has been destroyed, but the Empire retains its grip on the galaxy.
So post New Hope.
It's right after the end of the Death Star.
Okay.
Collecting Star Wars Empire 2013. 1 through 20 Star Wars Kids 1 through 20, Star Wars 3D 1 through 3, Star Wars Empire 7, 14, 16 through 27, Vader's Quest 1 through 4. Let's see. The writers, there's a lot of writers. John Wagner, Paul Alden, Randy Stradley, Ron Mars, Lane Wayne. Yeah. And illustrated by Rorschach. So this is fairly modern, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking this was more of the older stuff.
Right. Lou might appreciate this haul. This is a Christmas present that Patty got me from Amazon. It released last week at half of the original price. And that is In the Line. Okay, I'll give it to you, James. In the Line of Duty 1 through 4.
Oh, you got it. I remember you were excited to pre-order. Nice.
Nice.
Right? Young Michelle Yeoh in this, kicking ass and taking names. And it's all chicks kicking ass. It's all about super strong women cops who like conquer Hong Kong and stuff.
Is this a movie series or just comics?
It's a movie series.
Oh,
In the
I
Line
like ass-kicking female movies. Those are the best.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Ass kicking females 1 through 4, and it looks like there's a bonus disc. I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's I don't know. It's 4K Blu-ray. Sorry, 4K. Blu-ray, 4K HDR Blu-ray, whatever. It's like the thing we want. It's what we want.
Yeah, these were the height of Hong Kong cinema when they were starting to blow up over here in the United States. You know, you had guys like John Woo and Gao Yong Fat that they were starting to make a name, and man, it was a very interesting time to love Hong Kong cinema.
I'm trying to see if they list the actresses here, because all I see, of course, is Michelle Yeoh. Why don't they just give the actresses? Cantonese mono. What? I don't care. Export the film classic English dub. What? Just tell me about Michelle Yeoh. Plus archive stills, but they don't say anything about the actors anywhere. Anyway, I'm excited. And I got two things. First, if Taylor Talks Comics is still in the chat. Is he? Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. What time was that? Was that recently?
A minute ago.
Oh, good. Yeah, Gabe is the one that helped me find this. Where was it? Geo? On Instagram?
Shoot. Hold on.
Rebel Tiger or something?
Weapon Prime. Look for that on Instagram and you'll find the link.
Yeah, I ordered it from Instagram and it is boss and really well made. And Taylor Talks Comics was on my show the other day and told me about two books I had never heard of. Marvel put out Strange Tales and let indie creators like P-Bag.
I've never seen that before.
Me either. I didn't even know they existed. But like Harvey Picar, Gilbert Hernandez, Terry Moore, Kate Beaton, Jeff Lemire, James Stocco, Dean Haspiel, Rafael Gramba is in this volume. And then in this volume, written and illustrated by Paul Pope, Stan Sakai, Becky Cloonan, Tony Millionaire, Nicholas Gurwitch, Nick Bertazzi, Junko Mizuno, and more. They do their takes on Marvel comics in their own twisted, bizarre way. Well, this one's open. I can show you what's going on in it.
That's great stuff. That's really fun.
Have you read this?
I've heard great things about it. I haven't read it, and I've seen some of the art. It's just fun stuff.
I was instantly enamored when I heard about this. Let me see what. Whoa! Here's Wolverine versus Deadpool.
Whoa.
Man, here's Red Skull, Papa Wheelie Wheeler art and writing. Wait, who? Oh man, this is wild. I give credit to Marvel for doing this, and Taylor, thank you for letting me know about it. What's this Iron Man? Gilbert Hernandez does Iron Man from that book that I've never been able to get into. Love and Rockets.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Isn't it? It looks like the Human Torch and it's the Human Torch and Iron Man. Whoa. What is that? Whoa.
Yeah, it gets really weird.
Ghost badge, heavy. I don't even think I can believe that. Here's the Uncanny X-Men in Indecision, and it looks like it's them, Scott Summers and Wolverine and Jean Grey in some type of space sentinel something killing adventure. I don't know. These look awesome. And then Omnicat's husband, Reed Chancellor, put out Summer Vacation.
Nice.
on a Kickstarter, and beautiful soft cover, summer vacation. And here's
I wish I knew about that Kickstarter. I totally would have backed it.
yeah. Well, I think I don't know. I think you can still get it.
Can you still buy it online?
That's a good question. He has a store, Reed Chancellor Store Envy. And it's about a band. I think it's about a band that goes on tour during the summer. But they made a video because I said I wasn't buying any more vinyl, and the $50 tier got you a vinyl of Reed playing all the instruments and singing. And I said I can't. Upper level management won't let me. So they made a video. The two of them have directed to Patty, and Patty watched it and convinced her to let me get the vinyl of Reed. And she made a video and sent it back to them that it was okay for me to get this. 2 sides, hand cut lathe, really amazing. He does everything. He sings, he plays every instrument. He's very talented. So
What type of music is in that?
I think pretty much hardcore punk.
Oh, gotcha.
I think he's playing all the instruments and then yelling. I haven't played it yet.
I do love that cover with the Sphinx there. That's awesome.
I need to get Patty down here to listen to it since this is all her doing. So, yeah.
There you
Not
go.
quite 2016, Jess. There it is. James the Magic Man.
Thank you, James. Appreciate it. Also, I just remembered I didn't plug the freaking gift card. Sorry. Guys, if you want to participate, we're almost over the show and I didn't do anything.
Make him wait.
Follow these instructions. You got to write in the chat hashtag IST gift card for a shot at winning a $50 gift card courtesy of our sponsor. That's InStockTrades.com. So please do that now, all caps. Hashtag IST gift card. If you don't know how to spell it by any chance, just copy and paste from somebody else so you can get it right. It only works once, so please don't spam the chat with the hashtag thingamajig. There you go. Do that, please.
All right.
Reads. Yes, go.
Jess, you and I think we read the same thing.
Yeah, wait. I read a couple things, but I think that we want to discuss. I think this book was amazing because it drew me into it. Okay, let me go back to the very beginning. Oh, what the hell, Hoopla?
In the beginning.
Pages. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'm not good. Twilight Man, Rod Serling and the Birth of Television. This was on Hoopla.
Nice.
This was a fantastic read.
And I was late to the show. I'm glad we had technical difficulties because I was reading this. I read it through dinner, and like at 8:05, I got done with it. And it's fascinating. I mean, it's so.
What is it about?
Well, Lou, you want to describe it?
Yeah, so The Twilight Man, Rod Serling and the Birth of Television is what it's called. It's written by Corin Shadme, and I think this individual does the art, if I'm not mistaken, as well. It basically chronicles the life of Rod Serling. And if you know anything about Rod Serling, he was the creator of the Twilight Zone. Absolutely fascinating individual, honestly. So it centers around his early days, even before the creation of the Twilight Zone, and it takes a look at him during the war, World War II, and his involvement in that war, and how he had enlisted, and he was a paratrooper, which, crazy enough, he was only 5'4". I did not know that until I was doing research after finishing the book, because they reference his height in the book, and basically saying, oh, he's really too short to be a paratrooper, and he's like, nope, I'm going to do it anyway. He tries his hand at boxing. He's not very good at it, and he gets his ass beat twice in the book. But it's really, really fascinating seeing his life and how he ended up starting to become a screenwriter and really started to fall in love with writing, and how he ended up basically creating the Twilight Zone, which is arguably one of the most influential television programs of all time. While
There's no argument on that at all.
yeah, while it simultaneously follows the rise of television and how television changed the household medium and how it became something so huge. And he was in many ways a visionary. He saw the possibilities of television and where it could go and the syndication. And along the way, you see all the stuff that he had to deal with, where a lot of people didn't believe that you could do science fiction well on TV, and a lot of people don't want to watch that stuff. And how he wanted to put out messages that were challenging to the current thought process. And there's one particular scene where I think he wrote a script for an Emmett Till story, but they were like, no, we're not putting it out there. There's no way we're going to use that. Right. Sponsors don't want to deal with it. We're not going to do it. And that's kind of what he kept bumping up against while he was creating the Twilight Zone. And
good old Lucky Strike cigarettes.
Yeah, they killed my father.
You slowly see him start to unravel as he puts more and more of himself into the series, into Twilight Zone. And it's actually kind of sad, because this is ultimately one of the things that led to his downfall at the age 50, where he was smoking 4 packs of cigarettes a day, and he had a bad, had a bad diet, really wasn't sleeping much. The poor guy was just a mess towards the end of that series, and he got screwed over. He didn't think Twilight Zone would be successful after they canceled it. I think it only aired about 5 seasons initially.
Yeah, 4 or 5. I was surprised. I felt like it went for 7 seasons. But...
Right, and he got screwed over with the rights. He sold them all off, and then once this series went into syndication, it blew up, and he didn't get any money from it. I thought this was great, man. I really did. The only slight thing that I have against it is it kind of just ends. I would have liked to have seen them maybe comment a little bit more on the lasting effect of the Twilight Zone. We certainly wouldn't have gotten things like Lost on cable television or anything like that. He was ahead of his time. We wouldn't get Black Mirror if it wasn't for Twilight Zone. I love it.
Did you figure out when did you figure out the twist at the end?
Right from the beginning. I kind of figured out what was going on. Yeah, I kind of figured out what was going on towards the beginning. I'm like, oh, this is probably the format. Because if you look in the background, there's something a little bit off about the setting of where it's at. I'm like, okay.
Well, I agree. I thought this was brilliant because it showed the inner workings of Hollywood, even in the beginning of television, when he had success at Playhouse 90 with Requiem for a Heavyweight. That gave him major leverage, and he still couldn't tell the stories he wanted to tell.
Yeah,
because of the sponsors. TV was looked at. It was always Westinghouse, Playhouse, and Kraft TV shows. It was sponsored. The sponsors wouldn't let him tell the stories he wanted to tell about the common man, the pressures that the common man felt, the political situation at the time, which was, of course, at the tail end of McCarthyism and paranoia over the Cold War. Mm-hmm. So he couldn't tell those stories straight on, so he worked them into Twilight Zone episodes and got his message across like that. Also, I had no idea he was such a philanderer.
Yeah.
Lucky Strikes Unfiltered is what he smoked, and those are what killed my father. I don't think they even sell unfiltered cigarettes anymore.
I had a friend in high school who would smoke Lucky Strikes Unfiltered because that's what Frank Sinatra smoked.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and the thing is, in almost every single panel in this book, you can see he's got a cigarette in his hand, and there's smoke, and there's one point where I think he's even visiting a doctor, and he's got a cigarette in his hand, but that was just the time period. That's how it was.
Well, that's like when you watch Mad Men, and like the first episode, like she's going to the doctor, and they're all smoking in the doctor's office.
Yeah, exactly. What I found to be fascinating was I had no idea you had writers like Ray Bradbury and I believe George Matheson, if I'm not mistaken, Richard Matheson.
Yeah,
the writer of I Am Legend. I didn't know they wrote for the Twilight Zone. I found that fascinating.
Go back and watch the Twilight Zone. We used to play it on TV as his background noise at Torpedo. It's still relevant and awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they get to towards the end, and they, okay, wait. Towards the end, they get to when Robert Redford, his first appearance in television, where he played a sympathetic Nazi lieutenant or something, where they tried. Rod Serling wanted to get. I gotta find it. That's the problem with digital comics. Oh, here it is. Okay, so he tells the story of Robert Redford as. Wait, was this a Playhouse 90? Even lower the cancellation Playhouse 90. Okay, this was the last Playhouse 90. And so it portrayed Robert Redford as a sympathetic Nazi soldier as the Jews were telling him, and this is remarkable. Young Sergeant Lott, I'm going to talk about morality, the morality of hating Jews. So this was on television. But there must be an object of hatred. Suddenly in front of us outsteps a Jew, an unassimilated foreigner in our midst, so we hate it, and in the process we are unified. Because there is a morality in hating, Sergeant, it happens to be a clue for survival. Nations can feed on it. They find their strength in it. They are nurtured by it. Holy fuck. That is like right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an everlasting Playhouse 90 message about how hate can unify a people. My doctor still does that. Is that not right?
There you
go. Yeah, so as Gabe was saying, a lot of these episodes are timeless.
Yeah.
And they talk about the paranoia of the atomic bomb and foreigners in our midst, and and then there's Billy Mumy from Lost in Space wishing his dad into the cornfield, and he's a jack-in-the-box, which was the scariest episode ever to me.
I didn't know he wrote Planet of the Apes.
I forgot that too. He's the one that stuck the Statue of Liberty in there.
Yes, he is.
That was this book was filled with incredibly interesting. I felt like I was Rod Serling because the way he narrates it, I had it in my head as Rod Serling narrated it, and I almost felt like him in this. This book is so immersive and so well done. I understand what you're saying about the ending, but I wonder how much more there was to tell, because he was doing commercials at the end, and Night Gallery only got to run like 2 seasons or 3 seasons. I remember watching Night Gallery, and I watched Twilight Zone and reruns. I get what you're saying, but I'm not sure he died when he was 50.
Too young.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are still quite a ways from 50, but 50 was only 14 years ago for me. And to think that I would have died right then at 50, 50's young.
And to think about it, people think if it was because of all the smoking and bad eating, he suffered the last couple of years then probably.
He was, so the last couple of years he had, throughout his whole life after the military, he suffered from PTS and stuff like that. And they comment on it, but they didn't know. He goes to a doctor at one point in the story, and the doctor's like, yeah, don't worry about it. You're probably just a little shell-shocked. It'll pass and stuff like that. When it's very apparent, no, he went through some shit in World War II, and they don't shy away from it. They show you some of the stuff that he went through.
Yeah.
And the last few years of his life, unfortunately, he was relegated to basically doing TV commercials, like Jess said, because he needed to pay the bills. And you have this arguably one of the most genius writers in television of all time, basically just slumming it in TV commercials because nobody wanted to do what he was doing. They didn't want to buy his scripts or anything like that. And it's kind of crazy to think about, because Twilight Zone he had pitched it, and it went into a locker for years and years and years until I think it was like a new board that showed a new guy that was head of the TV station showed up, and he's like, "Man, I love your stuff. What else you got?" And then they pulled it out of this locker, and they're like, "Yeah, let's try it." And that's how it got started. It's very sad, unfortunately, the end of his life.
Yeah, and he doing those commercials, he realized he became exactly what he hated the most.
Mm-hmm.
Pushing those commercials when those sponsors that were pushing their product on him and censoring him because they're selling, toilet paper and bug spray.
Right. It's very interesting to see how far we've come with television and how not far we've come with television, and we're kind of, in many ways, we're scarily starting to go backwards, where a lot of people these days are like, no, we don't want to show this because we're afraid of who we're going to make mad, and we're afraid of the online hate mob that for the smallest thing, they'll start a riot at our door or anything like that. So he was very much a person that was, I want to tell the stories I want to tell regardless. I don't care. I have a message that I want to put out there, and I don't care if it hurts somebody's feelings or if it offends somebody. And he was also super progressive for the time, extremely progressive.
Yeah, wanting to do that Emmett Till episode,
absolutely,
the story of it, and they watered it down so it made absolutely had no connection to Emmett Till. It was some white guy in Connecticut getting hung for shoplifting or something. I don't know. They didn't go into it, but he was trying to tell the Emmett Till story, and the network execs and the sponsors pushed way back on it. Oh yeah, Outer Limits and Thriller. I remember those. Outer Limits had also a very good introduction with music.
All right, yeah, I'm adding this to my my in stock trades. It's on there now for $22.50.
I think you'll like it.
Oh, I mean,
fascinating.
Really
I like this kind of stuff because that's what I liked about like the Fifth Beatle. Is just this like really cool kind of story about a figure in history that nobody really talks about. So yeah, I love Twilight Zone. It's one of the greatest things that we've ever had the privilege of having on TV.
Yeah. After reading this, I fell down a rabbit hole and I started watching some of his talks and stuff like that and some of his interviews. Absolutely fascinating person.
Honestly. Did you watch the Mike Wallace interview?
Which one was that? I don't know if I saw that one.
That's in the book. Like 1959, Mike Wallace of 60 Minutes fame had an interview show.
I don't think I saw that one. I saw the one where, so I didn't see that one, but I saw he's talking to a college. I think it was like UCLA, and then there's one where he's talking about writing, which was really fascinating. I saw the original pitch. It's online where he was pitching to the studio about the Twilight Zone, and he's talking about the sand and everything like that.
Oh yeah,
online. You can find that online.
Holy shit! Okay, that's so
really
cool.
Stuff.
Yeah, the Mike Wallace interview was actually pretty hard hitting. He was asking him, "Sent you a link email. You should share Rod Serling on writing."
That's literally what I was just talking about. Rod Serling on writing.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Larry. Wait, I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. What were we talking about? The Mike Wallace, who went on to fame in 60 Minutes. I feel like that was like an hour-long interview, and Mike Wallace was asking really tough questions that Rod Serling answered extremely in the book, extremely intelligently, not defensively, and made his case for how he was trying to craft his stories to still get on television without letting the sponsors push back. But I think that's fascinating that sponsors and the heads of the networks, even in the early days of television, were pushing back on ideas. It's something that's always with us.
Yeah.
They pushed back as soon as the medium was created, almost.
Yeah, and it kind of makes you wonder how many great stories, how many great potential TV shows and stuff like that are just shelved away inside some locker because they're too scared. They're too scared to put out something that might challenge somebody's perception.
What happens in comics happens in movies, happens in a lot of stuff, like Shoot, from Warren Ellis and Constantine.
Yeah.
That got shelved. A lot of movies got shelved after 9/11. It's still a thing,
So many awesome rabbit holes to explore tonight. Thanks, guys.
Did this book come out this year?
Here.
It did. It's going on my Omnis list at the end of the year.
It did come out this year.
It did come out this year?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going on my list this
It
year.
was on IST maybe last month.
It's on my list. This was fantastic.
Talked about it.
So there you go. Anything else you want to add before we move on?
I have 2 books. One was great. Well, first of all, no, I'm not going to. I already. Let me talk about The Variants.
Ooh, nice.
Checks all the boxes. This is from Marvel. Gail Simone, Phil Noto art, Jessica Jones, and Multiverse Jessica Jones show up.
Cool.
She gets migraines, and these alternate versions of her from all these different here she's talking to Tigra in a coffee shop. It starts off a little slow, but then, and of course, it involves this dude, who I think is one of the scariest villains Marvel's ever created.
That Purple Man in that Alias series is the worst.
Oh.
Oh my god, it's so gut-wrenching reading that series.
So like an alternate version of her shows up and starts kissing Daredevil, and he's like, "Whoa, wait, what are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, but we're in love." And she realizes she's on the wrong Earth. So all these alternate versions of her show up.
Are they varying degrees of alcoholics too?
No.
Oh.
But they're varying degrees of her, like as Jewel. There's a male version of her, Jess Jones, that shows up that tries to cause trouble. Jewel Jones.
Jess Jones. Does he still buy a bunch of Omnis from 2016 or what?
There's a Captain America, Jessica Jones. There's a Marvel Night. Wait, is her name Marvel Night? Nitrous.
Huh.
Nitrous shows up. All these versions of Jessica Jones show up. And it's not just the Purple Man who's in a coma that they deal with. I don't want to ruin it, but it's something else. And I thought this was a really entertaining, fun read. It's not long. It's just 1 through 5. It has a great ending, and it has action, total action, but a lot of thoughtful things where Jessica's trying to think her way out of it and see if she can rally these variants to help her cause. And it's really cool where she's Captain Marvel in some alternate universe. I love this book. I thought it was great. Gail Simone just tore it up on this, I thought. It has a great twist in it.
Huh.
Then I read the crappiest crap of all the crappy books that I've ever read.
Ooh, Golden Abram. Golden Abram.
Whoa.
Golden Abram.
It doesn't go to one writer, and that's the problem. This had 5 really good writers. They broke it up into chapters with specific characters. So Immortal Hulk by Al Ewing, then Namor by Chip Zdarsky, the Doctor Strange chapter, Gary Dugan, Jason Latour did Silver Surfer, and then the Defenders at the end where it ties it all up is by Al Ewing. But they're all telling practically different stories, completely different stories that really don't hold cohesively together. And the ending is just a mixed up, weird mess of insanity that was. And I'm not saying I don't know these characters. I know them as Defenders. I know them individually. I'm not saying they acted out of character, but it was really confusingly put together. It was really hard to follow. This is an Abrams candidate just because of the poor execution. Had Al Ewing or Chip Zdarsky just written the whole thing, it is a recent book. It is give me a date here. That's 2019. I think if one writer had written it, it would have been a good book. But it's one of those things where they all wrote their own thing. I don't even know if they looked over the shoulder and copied the homework of what the other writer was doing.
I think I read the Silver Surfer issue. Is that the one where he was like, it's like his origin story as a kid growing up on Zinla, or am I thinking something else?
No, that's something different. He's a Herald of Galactus again, and Namor ends up going into space after.
Of course he does.
I don't even know if I can explain it.
There's so much water in space to help him out.
Yeah.
Namor wants to underwater wants to find another lost colony that has been estranged from Atlantis. So he swims over through tunnels, has flashbacks to World War II, and there's a lot of flashbacks in this, and ends up offering to help them reunite with the Atlanteans. They don't want to do it. So he takes the leader and says, but I can breathe air, and takes him straight up into the air. And then they go into space, and Namor somehow becomes like the Silver Surfer with the Silver Surfer after he's out in space all this time. And this was the weirdest thing, is that the people that he wanted to be allies with, then they had their own water world floating through space. And I'm like, wait, weren't they just underwater in Earth? How do they have a water planet floating in the... I can't explain anything.
Yeah.
I was really, really disappointed because I was very excited to read this. It was... Well, Rashomon is different viewpoints of the same thing happening, but this was 5 writers in search of a story that was supposed to come together and make one good story. And holy guacamole, I was really disappointed.
See, if I'm assuming Gabe were EIC at Marvel and they came in and said, okay, Namor in space, I tell him get the fuck out right there. Just leave my office.
I'd be like, go sleep in traffic.
Just stop with your pitch right there. We're not doing it. Leave. Go.
You obviously don't know how to write or ever read comics. Yeah.
Well, but they're really good writers in there, and that's why I was excited for it. It was crazy.
Oh,
anyone got good recommendations for Namor comics? Try Peter David's Aquaman. That's my recommendation.
The best Namor. I haven't read a lot of like the Namor ongoing series, like the Buscema stuff or the John Byrne stuff, but that Hickman Avengers, New Avengers, era and run is the best Namor storyline that I've ever really encountered. But that's the one that was kind of loosely paste picante sauce, mild salsa into Wakanda Forever, with him flooding Wakanda and stuff like that. That happens in AVX, where he floods Wakanda and kills everybody. But then the Avengers, New Avengers series is Black Panther and Namor dealing with that in so many outrageous ways, and them just kind of pushing one another to see who's going to really do the first attack and do any kind of retaliation involved with that. It's a minor part, but that's the best Namor story I've encountered.
Boing.
Yeah, he likes fish sticks.
I got one last one, super quick, and then we can move on. I'll be quick, guys. I finished reading Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. And this
how was that?
You son of a bitch.
So much fucking fun. Oh my god, this is Written by Bruce Campbell, art by not Assad Ribbon.
No, it's Eduardo Rizzo.
Eduardo Rizzo from 100 Bullets fame. Yeah, look, I'm going to be honest. I'll be super quick. If you're looking for Jimmy Corrigan, or if you're looking for Watchmen or something like this, this isn't it. Okay?
That ain't it.
This ain't it. What this is you've got Sergeant Rock in a military platoon fighting and killing zombie Nazis. That's really the gist of it. It's fun. It's badass. It's over the top. It's comically cheesy. If you know anything about Bruce Campbell and his style, this is what you're going to get, guys. If you're looking for something along the lines of, you know what, I could just shut my brain off for a little bit and enjoy a fun comic with really good art by Eduardo Rizzo, this is your pickup, honestly. I really enjoyed this book a lot, and it hints at a continuation, and I really hope they keep Bruce Campbell around to continue the series because he knows how to write a very solid and fun comic book.
That's awesome to know.
The hardcover comes out October 3rd. Just
I'm
in
in,
time
dude.
for Halloween.
I'm in. Like, Eduardo Rizzo doing anything, I'm in.
That was great.
In for it.
So pleased
That was
Bruce
great.
Campbell can write good comics. I can imagine that pitch. Also, thank you to Newspooey for telling me about the last 3 volumes of Catwoman by Will Pfeiffer. Thank you, Newspooey. I wrote them all down. Really appreciate it.
You guys want to do previews?
Let me do read real fast.
Yep. Sorry, my bad.
No, it's
Go
all good.
ahead.
So I'm almost done with Punisher Max. I've got about 4 issues left of that 60-issue run of Garth Ennis.
Mm.
And it's varying degrees of like good and like whatever. But the best stuff to come out of this like 55 issues I read so far are the 2 storylines about a character called Barracuda, who is like the worst monster of a character. Like he just kills everybody. He's got like gold teeth that spell out "fuck you" across his mouth. He like smokes crack with hookers, and then when they die, he kind of just throws them off his boat. Really twisted, messed up kind of guy. But what's interesting is this second story arc, which I'm working on now, or that I just finished, adds a layer to the Punisher story that no one's ever mentioned before. And it's really, really important, is that Frank Castle has another kid from a woman that he met, during this whole series. He's just banging chicks like left and right. Like all these like twisted, messed up girls kind of hook up with him, and one of them has his kid. So Punisher has a 3rd child out there that nobody ever talks about, and that was all the whole thing with this Barracuda storyline, where Barracuda finds out about that kid, kidnaps it, and threatens to kill him and torture it in front of Frank. And it's just crazy, nasty stuff going on there in this series. So that's the stuff I've been reading lately. It's great. It's the Barracuda stuff is fantastic. Like this is like the best Punisher stuff in this run so far. But I just find it interesting that nobody ever brings up this kid. I'm surprised that they haven't brought it back up in the stories recently or anything. All right, previews.
Yes. Give me a second. Let me find the.
Like everybody in the chat's like loving Barracuda, and Cleveland's right. They won't do a Barracuda character ever again. He was just nasty. He's just forcing chicks to have sex with him by gunpoint and messed up stuff like that. Like that whole book is odd to read. Like there's a lot of like really language that we can't use anymore in it. Rodimus might be right. I think Brother Lono might be the worst person in comics ever. But all right, what do we got here?
Previews.
Oh, so pretty soon we're gonna be doing all previews through Lunar, right? Because Image went over to them.
Pretty soon, yeah, we're gonna see Image stuff here. Not today though. Let's see over here what we got. AWA Black Tape. Nope, those are single issues. DC Pride one shot. More Batman comics. End after end. That's not a DC book. Sorry. Let's see. For those wondering, Money Shot is getting new printings. So Volume 1 and Volume 3 are coming out.
There's that Power Girl cover. Art.
Yeah, there's that cover right there.
This is the one done by Marvel's Greatest Writer.
Oh, that series. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. With the new costume too. This one.
That's the new costume?
They
Yep.
just gave her a jacket. Like she's wearing. It looks like she's wearing Superman's Leatherman jacket from high school.
At least they kept the blue one, though.
But
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry. I had to look for something.
You know, don't mess with
speaking of
I
Don't-
ordered that cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the cover I would want to get for this book.
There you go. Don't mess
All
with something that doesn't need to be worked on.
I ordered that one.
Yeah, they
I
take
like
away
that
the
it
case
has
for a jacket.
it has the planes in the back.
Exactly.
Like
That's-
we don't
that's
need
what I'm
that
looking
kind
at.
of detail, but cool. Okay.
There's planes in the back?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
first thing I noticed when you look at this cover.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. Finally, DC book. Power of Shazam Book 2, The Worm Turns. Collecting Power of Shazam 13 to 23. Superman, Man of Tomorrow number 4. Showcase 96, issue number 7. Power of Shazam annual number 1. Superboy plus number 1. And Supergirl plus number 1.
They were really hoping that Shazam and Black Adam was going to be a hit in the theaters, weren't they?
No, unfortunately, that was a bizarre twist. Vita Yala's Static Season 1. It's good to have Static back in comic book format with trades and issues. That's awesome. So Season 1, issues 1 through 6. And the Milestone Returns Infinite Edition number 0 collected here. Steel. A celebration of 30 years with a bunch of random issues.
30 years of Steel. Where has time gone?
Always done enough for him to have like a real series.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, movie. The Shaq one was...
Like a real movie, a real
Yeah.
Steel movie.
The Shaq one was a thing.
Loosely inspired.
Look at these plushies.
Kaiju plushies, and that's it. Pretty underwhelming week for
Can I-
DC, if you ask
Can I
me.
answer a couple of questions that I missed in the chat?
Yeah.
Carly, the Poison Ivy series, you really need to read Batman Fear State Saga to understand what happens to Ivy. I read it without the Fear State Saga, but I'm going to go back and read Fear State Saga because it's a big thing that happens to her in there, and that series bounces off of that. So you really need to read Fear State Saga. And N-Man 40, I don't think you referred to the Catwoman books that were by Will Pfeiffer and a volume 2 or something of it. I think you're thinking of the Batgirl series that I had because I don't have any Catwoman. I don't have those Pfeiffer books.
Okay, that's what you guys want. There we go.
Yeah. We just make that the background. But anyways, dudes, I'm gonna take off. I hope you guys have a good night. Good luck to anybody who gets the IST gift card.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, good night, buddy.
Good night, guys. Yeah, I got to get going too. It's 10 o'clock. So,
Oh, me and Gio, we'll hold down the fort. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, baby. Good night. Take care, guys.
take care.
Let's see.
Rodham has said, I think when I showed Spider-Man 2099, Jess will see that around 2026-ish, around the same time Geo gets Mario Party.
I thought you were gonna do an Inhumans joke, but Mario
No.
Party works too. Yes.
No, I don't stoop to Inhumans jokes. I go
Okay.
right for Mario Party.
Right for the jugular. I wanted to point this out. DC Pride 2023 Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy nighttime cover is selling out fast. I don't know what that is. Is that on here? Did I?
I don't. Oh wait. Well, there is a. Oh, is that DC Pride? I don't see that Harley.
I don't see that. Is it this
That
one? Is it that one? James?
That is Boss. It's a very cool cover.
Wow.
DC
Oh, it's a one
20
shot. I get it.
23. Okay, yeah, I want this. Thank you, James. Jen Bartel, I love. Wait, it was DC Pride, Harley, Livey. Thank you. I've gone from no singles to like constantly buying singles.
Nice.
I suck.
Yes, they have 2 covers, a daytime and nighttime. Oh, okay.
So this is what's coming out this week. I wonder if I can still order that from my LCS.
So I assume this is the daytime, right?
And
Now I want to find out the freaking nighttime cover of this.
Why don't they show the nighttime on this?
DC Pride one shot nighttime variant thingy nighttime. Oh, I see. This is a lot better. Hold on.
Oh,
How do I share this? Copy image address.
Firefox. Ooh.
Yeah, sorry. You had to see my sin there of Firefox.
Firefox. I forgot that was a browser.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is really cool. How the heck am I going to get those books? I'm gonna have.
Are you a vanilla guy or a nighttime kind of guy? You know what I mean?
Gio, this is 2023, Jess. I want both.
Oh, that's the right answer. There we go. Okay, so let's move on to the other publishers from Image Comics. We got Bloodstain Volume 4 from I'm not gonna from Linda.
Oh,
I'm not gonna pronounce the last name because I'm gonna butcher it.
Okay. Sejic.
There we go.
Sejic.
Have you seen this before? This series? This is Volume 4.
No, I
This
have.
was the first time I'm hearing about it. I don't know what this is about, but it looks cool.
That's cool that his wife is also a creator.
Mm-hmm. Good Asian 1936 Deluxe Edition hardcover coming out from Image.
That's supposed to be really good.
And new printing of Kill or Be Killed, Volume 1. DC, we looked at that. Marvel, also no, nothing else. No Dark Horse, IDW, nothing.
Wow.
Marvel Comics, we got the Captain Marvel by Kelly Thompson omnibus with 2 covers.
Ooh, which cover am I going to get?
There's this cover right here, the main one.
Ooh, I like that one.
And the variant
Oh,
by Alex Ross. I think you should get this one.
I think you're right. That's the one.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Well, this collects her run, 26 issues of that, including Captain Marvel: The End from Kelly Thompson and Carmen Carnero and various other people. Also coming out, Carnage Volume 2, Carnage in Hell, and for all you Daredevil fans, Daredevil Omnibus hardcover Volume 2.
That is the Silver Age.
Yes, indeed. If you want some Stan Lee Daredevil or more of that, because this is Volume 2, there you go. Collecting Daredevil 42 to 74, Iron Man 35, and material from Iron Man 36. And it has a DM cover. Yeah, it does. Let me highlight that too.
A comic cover? 2 comic covers? That's boss.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
That one's pretty cool. I'd get that one.
Yeah.
Marvel Masterworks Amazing Spider-Man. I assume this is a reprint of that. Volume 1.
I think these are the remastered ones.
Oh, so this is like the 4K version of the old book.
And they're going to come out in the order that they originally came out. So they're not going to do all Spider-Man. They're going to do however they did it in the beginning. Spider-Man 1, Fantastic Four 1. remastering it all in the order that it originally came out.
I just had a really cool idea here. And I
Listen.
don't want to jinx it, but if they're doing that, at some point, there exists an Inhumans Marvel Masterworks. Are we going to get that remastered, or is Marvel going to be a douche and skip that just to get on my nerves?
They have a Marvel Masterworks of Inhumans?
Yes, it's been long out of print.
Is that the ones with Inhumans and Black Widow?
Mm-hmm. That one.
Oh,
So,
wow.
if they remaster that, maybe, just maybe, they can use those files and create Inhumans Omnibus.
You're
I don't know.
saying that you're not going to go for the reprinted Masterworks. You're holding out for an omnibus.
Don't make me choose.
Those
I will
Masterworks,
I don't know. Maybe I'll get it. You know what? I'll get it. I'll get the Masterworks if it happens.
you look really good.
Because that's the only thing I don't have from the Inhumans in trade paperback or hardcover form.
Is the early stuff with Black Widow?
Yeah, that out of print Masterworks. That's the only thing I don't have.
Yeah, with Neil Adams artwork.
Yeah. So even I don't want to put this out there, so I'm not going to even say it. So just to cover my bases, I think if they make it, I'll grab it. Fingers crossed. And then when they get to the Inhumans book, they're like, "Nah, we're going to skip that. We're not going to release it."
Next Imagine thank you for that documentary information on Rod Serling. I appreciate it.
Thank you. The Inhumans Omnibus won't be announced until Gio buys the Masterworks. All right. I'll buy it. I'll get to your comments in a bit. Sergeant Fury Epic Collection Berlin Breakout. She-Hulk by Rainbow Rowell. I hope I said that right.
Volume 2.
Jen. What Jen?
I'm
Jen of
getting-
Hearts. There you go.
Yeah, she's a great writer, and I have Volume 1, so I want this.
So is Volume 1 good?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. I want to
She
read
has
that.
six trades of Runaways that they're supposed to be excellent, and I haven't started those yet, but I plan on it.
She-Hulk Epic Collection Cosmic Squish.
What? Cosmic. Whoa, what's happening there?
That's yikes.
Who are the creators of Cosmic Squish?
Steve Gerber and various other writers.
Okay.
This is the stuff of nightmares. It's like the Hulk going. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of weird and wacky. Star Wars Legends Epic Collection, the original Marvel years. Is this based on the holiday special? What's happening here?
Oh wow, and it's a really horrible looking cover.
Oh
If you
my God.
zoom in, they don't look anything like their characters. It's truly horrendous. Peace and love to Epic Collections, Marvel, and Star Wars, but this is awful.
What did I just do? Hold on. Sorry. I don't know how to do Mozilla Firefox stuff.
Content for the show. I love it.
Yeah. Look at Chewie. He looks like a dog instead of a
And
whatever
if
he
you
is.
zoom in, Luke looks nothing like Luke. Leia, Han, Lando, they could be just random characters.
Who's this guy over here? This cockroach looking dude.
I can't really see. I mean, I see C-3PO back there, but
There we go.
who the hell is that? That's like from Space Ghost.
From Space Ghost.
Praying man
Love it.
from space. Look at that.
Man, Chewie here, like he wants to be put out of his misery.
Chewie needs to go to the vet.
Oh,
Giant dog.
and C-3PO looking like he murdered somebody and is he's hiding the body somewhere.
Murder bot.
Jesus. So yeah, this is a $55 Epic collection. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of dosh. X-Force by Benjamin Percy, hardcover volume 2. And X-Men 92, the saga continues, as well as a new printing of the Dark Phoenix saga. Shout out. Cool. Dynamite has Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, Classic Years, Omnibus hardcover volume 2, and a signed edition of that.
Shout out to Dynamite. I got 2 messages from people that work at Dynamite. One, Vincent, I know. The other is the publisher and owner who
Nice.
Messaged me yesterday about, yeah, exactly, Carly, who messaged me yesterday on my sobriety date celebration that got hijacked. Shout out to Dynamite. I don't know the owner. I do know Vincent, but that really touched me that they sent me a message. Is that it?
No, there's more. I just wanted to go back to the Epic collection because people are shocked in the chat. Yeah, that is a pricey one. I did forget to mention this is volume 6 right there. So hopefully it gets discounted. We'll see.
Josh, thank you for your congrats. And Kenny agrees with me that the Variants was such a great series. Right on, Kenny.
Nice. From the other publishers, we won't go over the manga releases. So if you want to take a look at that, we're going to talk about all the June manga releases this Thursday on the stream. So if you like manga, join me. Riley will be there. We're going to talk and have some fun talking about all that stuff. But over here we got whatever the heck this is. Alley-oop, sorry. Races Blarney Goldfield, trade paperback.
That was an old comic strip that was really fun.
Okay, let's zoom in. There we go. Sorry about that. Manga. Vault Comics, Blue Flame, the complete series, trade paperback. Destiny comic collection hardcover. So comic books based off that video game universe.
Okay.
What the heck? Dog Boy, Choice Cuts, and Happy Endings.
Is that Chewy there?
The hell's that? Cat head comic. What am I looking at? Oh my goodness gracious!
This looks like something Kristen might like.
That's an ugly looking dog.
Boy,
it's kind of freaking me out. I don't like it. Yeah, no, let's move on. Sorry. End after end from Vault Comics. I don't know what this is, but this looks epic for some reason.
Yeah, I like a lot of the books Vault puts out.
This is put out, I think Lunar is distributing this as well. Extinct, Volume 2, Flight of the Mammoth. And Faithless from Boom Entertainment. Deluxe hardcover.
Can you tell me what that?
I like that one.
I read this online and I thought it was pretty bitchin'. What?
Brian Azzarello and Maria. An erotic depiction of faith, sex, and the devil in the tradition of the Divine Comedy. That sounds interesting.
It deals with
faith. I'm going to read most of it. Faith likes to dabble with magic. Her friends think it's cute if a little off-putting, but it's part of her charm and warped sense of purpose in a world that makes too much sense. Faith's a true believer. Cool. That temptation. And knows there's power within her reach. Might as well do it. But it took a while for magic and temptation to find her. That temptation, his name is Lewis. And with his guidance, Faith embarks on a journey deep into the exclusive art world with hellish consequences. There we go. His trilogy of graphic novels is collected in one complete hardcover volume for the first time and features a series of explicit erotic covers by superstar creators that you're seeing right there. I'm going to butcher all these names. Tula Lotay, sorry. Chris Anka, Jenny Frizen, Becky Cloonan, Vanessa LeRae, and Danny.
I'm going to take a chance on this. I read some of it online and it was interesting, so I may.
SRP is $69. Nice.
Nice.
Good job. I'm sure they had a good laugh when they set that price.
Good pickup.
So that's great that it's deluxe and it's Boom. I don't know if the Boom FOMO thing that was happening a couple years ago, I don't know if that's still going on, but typically they tend to sell out and we don't see them again, right? The Boom hardcovers.
Correct.
So if you want to get this, maybe consider buying it this week and save yourself the hassle of like hunting this down after it goes out of print. Because I don't see this getting too many reprints. Mm-hmm. Oh, and it has a slipcase edition.
Is it $69 also?
$89.
I'm not paying $20 for a slipcase. Yes, I am.
Can we show this cover? Yeah, it's pretty tame. It's all right. It's just some odd tongue action. Okay. I know some people are into that.
I guess I'll be if I buy it.
Oh my god. Fantagraphics, Underground Brothers and Mothers. FG Teve, Out of Time from Harper Alley. Manga. This one's pretty risque. Frankenfran is finally coming out. It is an omnibus, so I did want to point that out. Frida Kahlo, Her Life, Her Art, Her Home. Oni Press has Knee Deep, Book 1 coming out. And Random House Graphic, Jurassic Jeff, Volume 1, Space Invader. Let's see. Vault Comics, Mindset, the complete series. Ahoy Comics has My Bad, Volume 2, 30 Minutes or Dead.
I think that's by Mark Russell. I read the first one. It was great.
That is Mark Russell, yes.
Woo. Getting it.
So this is Volume 2 of that. Fantagraphics has Listen, Beautiful Marcia, hardcover. Myth Adventures Collected Edition from Airship. Fantagraphics also has Out of My Head, Imaginary Creatures of something something. Joseph Bach? But I don't know if I said that right. Sorry. Don't hate on me. Pearls Before Swine. Pearls Seeks Enlightenment.
Oh, that's a funny comic strip.
Polar Bear Cafe, if you guys want something wholesome. It's about a polar bear that runs a cafe.
Fun.
And like his clients are all like animals, and you hear about their problems, and it goes into different like stories and all that. It's pretty cute.
Like Animal Crossing?
Like that, yeah, a little bit.
Wait, is this a backwards reading book?
Yes, it is. It is a manga. Sorry, but it's like super. It's not that. It's not a complicated book like others with walls of text. You know.
Yeah.
I can find a preview and enamor people with the animals. More manga, Star Trek from IDW and PRH. Self-Made Hero, David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust years.
Ooh.
Starman. Magnetic Press has Tao Bang. Probably butchered that too. I don't know how to pronounce that. And Humanoids nope, not yet. We can get to that in a second. Weapons of the Meta Baron, the 2023 oversized edition.
I'm going to take a chance on that one.
That looks super interesting, but I've only read Incal, nothing else from that universe.
Yeah, I talked to my friend in Sweden, Tony, who knows everything about everything European, and he thinks I can read this standalone. Uh-oh, what?
There we go. This is the famous manga about the dude with the jewels. If you remember that.
That shot the jewels?
The
Yeah, his stuff was Julie.
Yeah, this is the final volume of that series. It's only five books. Witches of Adibus.
For a story to be written in Western style more than that.
I need to read it for our crappy smut episode. So that's it. That's all we got for previews. Somebody asked, I think it was Lars, why is the polar bear panda? He's just on the cover. He's a guest. The panda's a guest, but the polar bear, he's pretty wholesome, and he wears an apron, and he's pretty cool. Anyways, we don't know what books will get discounted, but hopefully some of the Marvel stuff gets the 46% off thingy, so people can not spend as much on the Star Wars Epic Collection. Jesus, $55
for an Epic?
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
That's a lot of money.
Wow. Didn't
when
Epic
I think
to be like $29?
For like much less, you can buy some other stuff and enjoy it more.
Cosmic Squish?
Oh, Cosmic Squish is $40.
Okay, that's not that bad.
I didn't know the Marvel Masterworks remastered thing was so expensive. $75.
Yeah, wow. That's the current price for the remastered ones. And N-Man 40, I totally know what you're talking about now. The Catwoman Ed Brubaker books. Yeah, Volume 2 is the one I found. And I did sell them and upgrade to the Omnibus. So now I'm looking for 4, 5, and 6. You are correct. That's why I couldn't find Catwoman when I left the stream. I'm like, Catwoman, where is it? Wait a sec. I don't have any Catwoman in trade paperback because I sold them. But thank you, N-Man, for checking up on me. I appreciate it.
Super Laugh Heart has the erotic covers, but they are sealed, so he hasn't seen them yet. I'll be getting the hardback for sure.
Sealed? This is Faithless?
Yeah.
Okay, Super Laugh Hard. I was going to say, you and I should read that book together.
I'm all for sexy supernatural art, but I don't think I have another Azarella series in me.
I understand.
Is that Brubaker Cap run worth reading if you're not deep into Marvel?
Oh my gosh. Sweet
100%.
Mama, please go to my library. Like last March, I read all 5 books in a weekend. Check my library. James can probably find you the link to when I covered Captain America. Wait, she's saying Captain America? Brubaker Cap. Yeah, I read all 5 Omnis. I made a video on it. It's very educational, informative without spoiling anything. And James will probably be able to give you a link. The answer is yes. You don't need to know jack diddly wah to appreciate that book.
There you go.
That series, incredible. It is utterly worth the hype.
Are you doing Faithless for the next book club?
I have a feeling Kristen would be in the chat with a lot of things to say about it.
I mean, if you want to do it like after dark or something like that.
There it is. Thank you, buddy. Sweet
Does
Mama.
it live up to the hype?
Yeah.
You're going to have to watch that video to find out.
You Mimosa, there you go. Thank you, James, my producer.
Best
I
kept
agree.
series.
100% agree. And I don't think he got $1 for the creation of Winter Soldier.
Probably, yeah.
I think they don't do anything for their creation.
At a boom and their crappy binding, so if it's at a good price, might get it. Hopefully gets a nice discount.
I'm so worried about Bitterroot. I have a feeling if I read it, it's going to blow apart.
Erotic covers. Sounds like we've got an addition for the Omar box.
The Omar box got discussed on my stream yesterday when I was doing the toy show that got hijacked by my wife and daughter. They were watching, and the Omar box popped up as a question, like, what's going on with the Omar box? And both my wife and daughter was like, what's this about the Omar box? What's this about? I'm like, oh, this is great.
You went abort with the.
I'm like,
move on.
If it isn't imperative, Next Imaginaut has something important at 1026.
There you go.
Imperative that you collect all the Meta Baron books in oversized formats. Weapons of the Meta Baron is... I don't think I have the Jodorowsky Library Volume 4 hardcover. Thank you, Next Imaginaut. But I don't think I have that. I will look, but I'm pretty sure I don't. Do you think I can read Weapons of the Meta Baron standalone? If you know a lot about Meta Barons? I was told that I could read it standalone. What's your opinion on that? And I'm really dragging this out so we can go to midnight and do the gift card.
Yes. I'm going to give you guys a couple more, 2 or 3 more minutes to enter if you haven't already.
And the hashtag is...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was segueing to you.
We have... wait a minute. We got 80 people watching and 47 entries. It's disappointing. I don't believe that the people that have not entered are willing to just let that go by and not want to participate for a $50 gift card, and you can get a free book.
80 people watching, and only half of you want the gift card?
Don't complain if you don't win, and then you're like, oh, what?
Josh, I do have...
Yes, we're going to end the stream at 11:35 p.m.
I do still have an Omar box.
Only 41 likes? I don't like that.
What's going on?
Smash that like button.
William Lee's right. Like us. Latit's right.
Can I enter on their behalf?
It must be lurkers that aren't doing it. Actually, we're little Meta Barons, though I own most of the books, but it's my understanding that you could start anywhere, but it benefits from starting with the Inkle, which I have read. I need to read, and there's a second one.
Did you know there's a movie coming out for the Inkle?
No. Animated?
Live action with Waititi doing the...
Oh, wow.
Taika Waititi.
I have a new favorite anime that is right up there with Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo.
Which one?
Spy X Family. The second series is legit laugh out loud funny.
Awesome.
It is so great. I was having so much fun the other day. I binged like 3 series. That's binging for me, watching 3 episodes.
That's valid, yeah.
It's so funny. It's different than the first half.
I think it's a much better set of episodes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I guess they had to set it up. You're right. And now it's just hijinks galore.
My favorite manga right now. A lot of fun. Yep. Oh, here's the second comment.
Chasing it with the original Meta Baron series and then proceeding with all the other Meta Baron series in more or less order of release. Uh-oh. This sounds complicated. This is the series by Jodorowsky. The Alex Thau series are one of his best illustrated part. Oh, boy.
Oh, this is like you're going in deep for the rabbit hole.
Yeah, I'm in over my head. Well, I appreciate that. It sounds like I better not get it before I do more homework on it.
The best manga ever. Nice. If for the chat, if you guys love Spy Family and want to watch something similar,
yeah,
or in that style, I talked about Buddy Daddies on my channel and on this stream when it aired, and it's a lot of fun. I love Spy Family. Don't get me wrong; I'm not being a hater or anything. I preferred Buddy Daddies overall. I thought that was an amazing series too, so I do recommend that.
Of course, I do still have those DVDs that I got of all those animated series that you told me about. So I need to watch those.
Yes.
But maybe after Spy, where is Buddy Daddies? Don't tell me Crunchyroll. God bless America.
Yeah. It's about 2 buddies. They're hitmen, and they are on a assignment. It's Christmas. They're dressed like, one of them's dressed like Santa, and they meet this young girl that walks in. This young kid. She's a toddler basically, and she is asking this Santa for the Christmas miracle to be reunited with her father in this hotel or whatever. And it turns out the dad is their hit.
Oh,
And she doesn't know anything because she's a baby practically. I think she's like 3 or 4 years old. And in the shootout and all that stuff, they save her, and the dude gets whacked, murdered, but she doesn't know that. And
that's
she
the
thinks
father?
the father dies in the shootout, and she now thinks that the protagonist, who's dressed as Santa, is her father, and he doesn't have the heart to tell her and dump her or whatever, and basically ends up adopting her with his best friend, and the two of them ditch their hitman job to raise this young kid.
Oh, how many episodes?
11 or 12.
Oh,
Something.
I can do that.
The animation's beautiful. The action's like really well choreographed. The shootouts are amazing, and the fight scenes and all that stuff. And the little girl in it, and I'm forgetting her name. The little girl is one of the most realistic animated depictions of a toddler that I have ever seen.
Wow.
With the actress, with the like her fresh facial expressions and sounds, and like when she throws a tantrum, it's the most realistic tantrum you'll hear. They really got that right, and it's awesome. So Spy Family goes into more like a Americana inspired thing with the Europe and all that vibe from classic spy stories. This is more in the now, like 2023. But they're both excellent.
Cleveland Brown. Oh yeah, there's Taylor Talks Comics.
We got to do the gift card giveaway, and we can go. We're gonna wrap up soon. Don't worry.
Cleveland Brown. I believe I own Space Dandy on DVD.
I've recommended that show, I think, twice now on this stream.
I think you've recommended it to me about 85 times, so that's one of the ones I picked up.
It's solid. Love it.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got 56 entries. I think that's more than enough. All right, no more entries. That's it. Goodbye, everybody. Let me take this off.
Well, this is exciting.
Let's do the gift card giveaway, everybody. Thank you to our sponsor, In Stock Trades. Did we do the second plug?
Sure. Go ahead.
In Stock Trades, your home for all things collected editions, where you can get your favorite omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, manga, and so much more, up to 50% off. If you, or deals of the week, I should say. If you make an order of $50 or more in the U.S., you get free shipping. And if you order on a week-by-week basis, this is for everybody, you get that sweet loyalty discount that adds an extra 2% to your order. Fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging. That's InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Shout out to IST.
Whoa, gosh, you're such a pro.
Thank you.
Did you know they're moving their offices?
No, I did not know that.
I wrote Emily and asked her if she and or Cameron would like to be on the show and talk about how they navigated the pandemic.
Yeah.
And they said that they were going to have to take a pass because they're in Indiana, but they're moving to something new, and they were both too busy.
Maybe we can try again in like a month or two.
Yeah, I have a feeling maybe in the fall or early winter, maybe when things are a little calmer.
Is IST owned by Lunar? No, right? It's the other way around.
Yeah, Lunar distributes through DCBS. IST and DCBS are
moving. Yeah. Hold on. I'll get to that question in a second. All right, let's do this. IST gift card, 58 entries. Good luck, everybody. Let's see who wins this thing. No repeat winners from last month. So if we get a repeat, I will do another draw. Just a heads up. I don't want people complaining. So in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good luck, everybody. The winner. Oh, there it is.
Jerome.
Jerome. Congrats.
Congrats, Jerome.
Yeah,
Oh,
baby.
You were just a minute too late. You probably would have won. Jerome, if you could please send your full name and the IST email that you use to omnibroslive@gmail.com. I will send it in. Thursday's the first of the month, so I'll send it in with our invoice, and it should be in your account within 5 business days. So congratulations, dude. Please send your full name and your email address that you use for IST to this address. Where are you, Jerome? Are you still here? Did you bail?
We've been going on for a while. He probably bailed. I'm like, I'm not gonna win this out. I'm out. Nispui. Thank you everybody for the congrats to Jerome. That's awesome. I love you guys. I love that positivity.
That is very nice.
Congratulations. Let's see if Jerome shows up before we end the stream here. Congratulations. Congrats.
There he is.
Up. Hey, still here. So happy.
Nice.
Congrats, my guy.
Tell us when you get it, come back and tell us what you got with it. I'm always interested in what people get with their gift card.
That's bravo. Jerome, congrats. Big Stew's happy for you. Congrats.
Wait, let's see Big Stew. Is Big Stew really happy for him?
I love Big Stew's emojis. I always get a kick out of that.
Yeah. Is he really happy for him?
You guys have another shot at winning this thing if you participate next month. So we do it every month. At the end of June, we're going to do another gift card giveaway with the Monday show. So if you didn't win now, don't worry about it. You got another opportunity. 12 winners for the year of 2023. Let's see who will make it on June's bracket thingy. Thank you, everyone. Nice.
Lionheart, I just know they're staying in Indiana. She didn't give me specifics. I don't even know that they're moving that far, but it sounds like it's a big deal that they're moving, and something with DCBS. Maybe they're putting everything together. I don't know. It's a big move for them, but they're staying within Indiana.
Nice. Enjoy Manga Smut. Get the Witch of Adamus. I think we can wrap up. We've been going on for a while.
Sure.
Let me grab one final question from Lars. I probably asked you this before, but you have read anything by Yoshiro Tatsumi, collections published by Drawn and Quarterly? Let me look at the thing real quick, because I'm very forgetful about names. Drawn and Quarterly. Have me published from him. I have read something, but I don't remember what. I think a while ago I was looking through his material and I read a bit of Abandon the Old in Tokyo, but not the other stuff. But one day I do want to own all that stuff and have a shelf for Gekiga books.
How about manhwa books?
Raunchy manhwa. So there we go. You ready to bounce?
Sure. Oh, thank you. Just adjust. Thank you.
Oh, there were some other comments, and I didn't highlight them because you guys were talking about the books and stuff. So I didn't want to distract from the conversation about the sci-fi. What was it? The Twilight Zone conversation.
Yeah. Well, thank you to everybody who congratulated me. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much.
Another epic show tonight, and it wouldn't be possible without all of you lovely people watching in the chat and everybody watching later. Thank you. I hope you found this video entertaining. If you did, hit the like button, share the video, comment down below what you thought of the episode, what you're getting, all that fun stuff. Thank you to the chat. You guys are lovely as always. Thank you to Inside Trades for making it happen and doing the gift card giveaway. That's so cool. I love doing that every month. And that's going to be it for now. We'll be back on Wednesday with a comic book themed episode discussion. And then on Thursday, we'll have the manga previews for June 2023. Hope you can tune in for that if you're interested. Myself, Gio, you can find me on my channel. That's the Manga Geekdom. I just put out a haul video for the month of May. If you want to check that out, I appreciate it. And over here, OmniDog, where can people find you?
OmniDog's Vault on YouTube, and I swear this week I'm going to get back to Instagram, OmniDogs_Vault. The next video I put out will probably be, I'm trying to make it my 10 favorite Marvel titles this year. I'm on a Marvel roll.
Oh, yeah. After this episode, watch OmniDog's video on the
Essential Editions for June 2023.
Yes, and then as an after show to the after show, watch my haul video. You don't have to watch it; just leave it on mute. I don't care, but it counts for the views, which I appreciate because I know not everybody's into manga and everything. But yeah, we're pals. We're family over here. You can
100%.
So that's it. Thank you. Good night. God bless. Stay safe out there. We will see you on the next stream.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Oh, thanks, James. He put it up in the